Welcome back, you guys. This is Horror While Black. I'm Amani.
And I'm Anthony.
And you guys already know if there's horror in it,
We with it.
So today, what are we talking about?
We are talking about the Hulu original Mr. Crocket. We've seen Mr. Crocket came out on the 11th, and we just saw it, yesterday? Nah, it wasn't the 11th. We wanted to see it on the 11th, but, we saw it yesterday. So here we are. And we have lots of thoughts of Mr. Crocket.
Yes, we do. Before we get into those thoughts, give us a like. It's important for our channel. It helps us out. We appreciate it. If you want to hear more about Mr. Crocket, give us a like. And hopefully before you head out of here, you subscribe and join the horror fam. Mr. Crocket is rated R. Okay, this is not for the kiddies. And it is rated, or it is considered horror for sure. And on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 65%. Seems like people are not sure. Maybe collectively. Not sure how they're feeling about it. You can watch it right now on Hulu. Only on Hulu. And I will jump right in with a quick synopsis. A mother embarks on a perilous quest to rescue her son from a demonic children's show host who is kidnapping kids. I mean, that's
pretty much the movie.
That is pretty much the movie. Where shall we start?
What is your initial thoughts on Mr. Crocket himself? All right, because we're going to get into the movie because the movie, it got some highs and it got some lows. So let's just start off with just Mr. Crocket himself.
Okay.
What do you think about him?
Okay, so Mr. Crocket is one of those villains, well, demons in this case. He is a villain that there are elements of his character that I understand what he's doing. He's also in this distorted reality that he's saving kids, that he is I even made a note that he's this weird kid vigilante, but he's not. So it's yes and no. I understand him as a villain, but I also am sir.
So what is his purpose of saving the kids?
He thinks he is saving kids from parents who are bad or don't love them or are treating them fairly.
I don't know. Maybe
basically kids that are feeling really sad or alone or just getting punished all the time left and right. He sees you and he's coming for them kids.
And is that it? Your analysis for Mr. Crocket? How you feel about him?
You know what? Honestly, I wish I learned a little bit more about him. He told his story in a certain way that I appreciate it, but I'm one of those people I want to know more. I want to know exactly how we got here. And he says it, but I'm just one of those people who give me more. I actually want to know how we got to this point, why you are where you are, and why you got all these powers.
Well, they said it.
They did, but I just wanted it a different way. I could actually do a whole Mr. Crocket backstory.
Well, you got it. It's just more so.
Who knows him still? Where's his parents? Where's his parents at?
Yeah. You can answer your own question. All right, man. Listen, Mr. Crocket. Okay, Mr. Crocket. Let's start off with the good. I like Mr. Crocket himself. Okay, mixture of Freddy Krueger and Mr. Rogers. Okay, those are two combined together. The story for him, his whole backstory explained is crazy because if you really, really think about it, that he is taking these kids away, but he's taking them to hell at the end of the day, all right? He's taking the children thinking he's saving them, but they in this, setup.
Yeah,
but
it's a show.
It's a show, but it's a show played in hell. So that's crazy for that. Mr. Crocket is very violent, okay? Don't let the narrative, a friend like you. Hey, we know that was a jam. It is some gore up in here, all right? A lot of it. Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, kind of
No, we start off with gore.
We start off with gore, but it was all right, man, I mean, he grew up what the time frame we grew in. This is like big comfy couch.
Yeah, Barney.
You know, Barney, all that type of stuff, Pee-wee Adventures, all that stuff. Like things are talking and interacting, but it's like they turn left real quick. So that's the thing about Mr. Crockett. But definitely more so about his character. I think I like him. I like him. He's iconic. I think he can be up there with Candyman. Like we need another like horror icon, a black horror icon, and I think Mr. Crockett is right on the money. So I really enjoy. Hell, I want to be in for Halloween. That's how much I like Mr. Crockett. Okay, that's Mr. Crockett. Now let's get to the movie, Mr. Crockett. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, we start off so good. Okay, so good. I'm into it. I'm tuned in. All right, what happened to the first boy and everything. Then we start getting into the movie. First act, okay, started off good. In the middle, all right, okay, all right, I'm following along, okay. Towards the end is where I'm like, this is a crock of shit, all right, because yes, the mother, all right, I don't want to spoil it, but the mother, okay, her technique, get the fuck out of here, all right. That was ridiculous. That took me out, because how the hell she got her thing, all right, because I don't want to say it, but her situation going on, like she just studied this over the years, and you know, and she just miraculously know how to do this. It's like, what? That makes no sense at all. What else? Another dealing with her, the same person. It is a scene in the house. I couldn't believe it. It's something dealing with them going in the basement, and her and Mr. Crockett had an interaction, and I honestly thought, yo, it has to be that. But then at the end of the movie, you'd be like, yo, what the hell? Did the directors forget that? That actually happened? But you know what? You be the judge of that. What else? Boy, that kid. The kid, oh my gosh, I would have whooped his ass. Miss Crockett would have just had to come after me, because there is no way you're going to break your father's baseball trophy. And you're like, don't do it. Don't do it. And then she's like, that's it. I don't want to be your mother anymore. Bro, he threw that thing down. I'm hemming his little ass up. What are you talking about? Miss Crockett just going to have to get me, baby. Because I'm like, yo, no, there's no way. There's no way.
Let's like, be clear.
That was wild. So, now, the beginning, you know, not to cut you off, but the beginning, and listen, man, we all been there when our parents be like, eat your food, be like, I'm full. No, you not. You ain't even eat nothing off that plate. You just don't like green beans. When it's just like, you know, the dad was like,
he was doing a lot.
Hard. You know, he was stepdad, so that made it even worse. So it's like, all right, he got what he got, but it was just more so like these parents really had issues. It wasn't like bad parenting. It was more so like they forgot. They had their own issues and forgot about their kids. Yeah. So that was the thing about that. But oh man, then the kid who Mr. Crockett first got in, you know, that backstory, and
there was a lot.
That last ending was trash. It was very, very trash. I was on board, but that ending is trash. All of it is trash. I mean, the aftermath, the whole way it concluded the movie, it was trash. So that's all I got to say about Mr. Crockett. It is
as a movie.
It picks you up, because I'm like, all right, I'm into it, but boy, it drop you. All right, pick the world up and drop you on your head. Lil Wayne out here. All right, so yeah, that is it for me. I'm going to speak for myself. Mr. Crockett as an individual, I really, really like it. But Mr. Crockett, the movie, I never watched that Crockett shit.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that it definitely had some moments where I couldn't follow, or I was like, oh man, this is the direction you're taking. So I had some like disappointment in that way. I don't feel as strongly as he does. I probably would be willing to watch it one more time.
By yourself.
Okay. But I appreciate the story being, it's a fresh story with familiar like themes. But I like the fact that it is this black character, and I like that it's a relatable, like it like he said, it's relatable to our childhood, and we were watching stuff like this in our youth. So this is not unfamiliar. And then to think like, ooh, what if that was for real? Like, what if Mr. Rogers was like that? Yeah, anyway, so I say that to say I like that part of the story, how there's this, like, it's meant to be this childhood, sit down and watch and enjoy, but there's this dark turn behind it. And I thought that was fun. That was fresh. What I will say about the movie, and yes, I agree that the ending was not strong. It does open us up to the possibility of more Mr. Crocket.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, if they make another one, I'll definitely watch it. I'm just not running back to this one. Like I said, I love Mr. Crocket himself. He is perfect. All right. It's just this move. The ending was not. All right. Towards the end was not strong. It got you out of here. Didn't explain nothing. It wasn't like, okay. Again, I'm keep on referring him to Freddy Krueger. It's not like Dream Warriors, all right? They went inside the dreams and then they was able to get the powers and know how to fight against him. See, even the damn dog is mad at Mr. Crocket, okay? I'm sorry! I'm Fighto! I'm sorry! Goodness gracious. But yeah, Mr. Crocket, legendary. I enjoy him, but the movie himself, no, not at all. And if they make another one, I'm going to watch it, but it's just like I'm not going to run back to watch this one. And Mr. Crocket has some jump scares. I ain't going to lie. It's very creepy. It is creepy, all right? So I do give the creep factor is up to a 10.
It gives creep. All right? It's gory.
Very gory, and it's just like in your face, but I like it. And it's like Mr. Crocket is just like, you know, a friend like you, but he like sadistic. And that's crazy. And like, he's a demon at the end of the day. So it's like, wow, this is wild. It's very... He got some twisted humor. I'm gonna say the cartoons were more scary than the movie. That's the crazy part when he tell his story and everything. The way the cartoon looks wild, but yeah, that's just that. Cause I know I'm shitting on it. Of course I am, but at the same time, I like Mr. Crocket himself. Just maybe next time director make a second one, just have a grand opening, grand closing. You get what I'm saying? Because you had me in the beginning, but towards the end, you lost me.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, well, what would you rate this movie?
Well, I rate it. Just for the slowly Mr. Crocket, I give it I'm gonna give it 6. Cause again, it had the horror aspect. The story just didn't hit. So that's just that.
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, sister.
I think I give the same, which is very similar to Rotten Tomatoes. It was definitely fresh for me and exciting to watch, and I wanted to know what was going on. I enjoyed when Mr. Crocket would show up on the screen. I was curious of what he would do, but some of the storyline itself and the plot had like weak moments that I feel like could be tightened up. So hopefully, if there is more Mr. Crocket in our future, tighten up the story. Oh,
one more thing. Yes, tighten up the story. But yes, also the fact that how do you not notice this big ass mailbox is in your front yard and you like, where did this come from? The mother just went straight to it, like, whatever whatever this motherfucker will make him stop. Here, I got a tape for you. But that is parents, and some parents like, here, give tablets, give them the kids whatever just to shut them up. But it's just like, all right, let's like kind of like, I would have felt better if somebody knocked on the door or dropped it off, you know what I'm saying? It was just on the porch, not a big ass mailbox with books and VHS. And you know, we was in the 90s, so that's acceptable. But I'm just saying, like, for the next one, make it a link. You know what I'm saying? Like, just or have Mr. Crocket morph into people. Like, hey, my kid likes this, and you know that's how like, he ring them along.
Like static. Or something like,
or something. You get what I'm saying? It's just like this old show, like my kids watch, but it's really Mr. Crocket dressed as them, the real people.
I can see that happening.
Come on, baby, let me know, hit me up. But that's it for Mr. Crocket review.
Yes, you guys, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you already watched it? Will you watch it because of maybe you watching our review or other reviews out there? If you watched all the way to the end, that means you're a real one. We appreciate you. We want you to drop a because I know
they got tapes, like a tape.
I don't know if they have a tape. Marker.
A marker. Yep. If
there's not a marker, put a pen, a writing utensil into the comment section below. That lets us know you watched all the way to the end. And any last thoughts? Anything else from Mr. Crocket?
A friend like you. Yeah, that's a bop. I ain't gonna lie. That is a bop. But yeah. Crocket, I love you as a person, but your movie is trash.
Sorry. But Tune in for more. We have more coming your way, you guys. Thank you for watching.
Nightmare Fuel. Tune into that. Okay? Numbers going up. We just getting started.
Oh, yes.